Imagine turning any FolkTale into stunning AI generated images with just few clicks. But with so many AI tools out there, which one is the best for your stories? Choosing the right tool can make all the difference. The more tools you know, the more creative control you have, because each AI tool offers unique styles, details and effects. So in this video, we will test 5 different AI generators with the same image prompt so that we'll be able to tell the difference and know which AI tool to use for your faceless YouTube videos. So this prompt, we have 3 different image styles. We have 2 realistic image prompts and also have 1 anime image prompt and 1 3D pixel image prompt. Now we are going to start with the first AI generative tool. Head over to your browser and type Adobe Firefly. That's the first AI generator. Click on the first link and then click on the Create with Firefly button. Now here we are going to test only the image generator, so click on the image button and then go back to your Google Docs. Let's go back to our Google Docs and copy the first prompt. Click on copy and paste it in the prompt bar here or in the box here. Now you can go ahead and click on the generate button and generate your image. These are Italian couples. Now you can see the images didn't come out well. This one is quite okay. So we are going to click on the upscale button. That's the advantage this AI generative tool have. Now after upscaling the images, we still didn't get the rest of the images well. This one came out well, but the rest got distorted. So you can see this one, the face is not showing. So now if you want to download your images, use the arrow at the top to download the images to your computer. Now let's delete the current prompt and go back to our Google Docs. Copy the second prompt on the anime and then go back to Firefly, paste the prompt here. Now you can choose the image aspect ratio here at the left, click on the landscape and then click on the generate button to generate your next set of images. These images are supposed to be anime images, so let's see how that one will also do here. Great, so I think the anime images came out well. You can preview it and see. Okay, so with this we can see the anime is doing very well here. Now click on the download button at the top and download that. Now let's go back to our Google Docs and copy the next set of image prompts. Right click and click on the copy and go back to Firefly and then delete the previous prompt we have here and paste the current one. Now you can go ahead and click on the generate button and wait for Firefly to generate the next set of images. So you can see the images it generated for us, but the quality is quite poor. You can see the hen didn't, or the bird didn't appear well. Some part is missing, so we are going to click on the upscale button to upscale the images and see whether we are going to get something better. So after upscaling the images, this is what we got. The quality has improved a bit. You can still tell some of the part of the images got distorted, especially the hen on the chair, but for the main image it didn't get distorted. So you can still go ahead and download that to your computer. Then after everything, we are going to compare the images again. Now let's go back to our Google Docs and copy the fourth image prompt. Right click and click on the copy button and go back to Adobe and paste it here. Then click on the generate button to generate your next set of images. Now this is going to be a 3D pixel style images. So let's see how that one will also come out. So these are the images that came as a 3D pizza style images. Okay, so you see how it generates 3D pizza style images. We will use another AI tool to see whether we are going to get the same style of images or going to get something different. You can go ahead and download 1 or 2 of these images so that we can use it for our reference. Let's move to the next AI generative tool, that's Microsoft Designer. Click on the first link and then click inside the box here and choose the image button. Now let's go back to our Google Docs. Go back to your Google Docs and copy the first prompt that we used to generate the first image. So this is a realistic image prompt. Click on the copy and paste your prompt in the description section here. Now reset the dimensions, choose the wide and click on the generate button to generate your images with the Microsoft Designer. So now we can preview the images to see whether what we have here is better than the Adobe Firefly generated. So this Italian couple images. So here we can click on the download button here and download the images for reference. These images are not too bad. but we cannot upscale it here. I've not seen any upscale images button here. So now let's copy the second prompt, the anime prompt. Right click on it and click on the copy button and then paste your prompt here. So we're going to delete the previous prompt and paste the current one here. Now I click on the generate button and generate the next images. So as we are generating the images, you can tell yourself which one will suit your faceless videos. These are the animes that we have. We have 4 versions of the images to go through and choose the best. So you can click on the download button and download this one to your computer so that we can use those images as reference. Now let's go back to our docs again and copy the third image prompt. This is a realistic image prompt. Right click inside and paste the current prompt and then hit on the generate button to generate your next set of images. So these are the images Microsoft Designer provided for us, and you can tell the images are clear enough. You can tell this one is quite better than the first one we generated using the Firefly. So you can hit on the download button and download that. So now let's try the last image prompt here. So we're going to copy all the prompts. Click on the copy button and go back to this Microsoft Designer and then paste your prompt in. Now you can enhance the prompt. So that's one advantage of the Microsoft Designer. You can enhance your prompt. So we are waiting for it to be enhanced first before we continue. Click on the generate button. If the images come out well, we'll be using this enhanced prompt for the rest of the tools. So these are the 3D pizza images that Microsoft Designer provided for us based on the enhanced prompt. So we are going to copy the prompt and go back to our Google Docs and paste the current prompt in. So we are going to do away with the old one. So since we have enhanced the prompt, we will try it on the Firefly again to see whether our images are going to be improved. So now you can hit on the download button and download your images. So now we are going to try the Leonardo AI. So go to your browser and open to Leonardo AI. Now click on the image creation button and then make sure you delete the previous prompt. Let's go back to our Google Doc, copy the first prompt, that's a realistic prompt on the Italian couple, and go back to Leonardo AI, paste your prompt here in the description section, and then choose the aspect ratio to 16:9. Now you can hit on the generate button to generate your images. Now before generating images, make sure you select the right model for your images. So these are the images Leonardo AI provided for us. You can tell the quality of the images is top notch. You can tell the differences yourself. So if you want to create more realistic images, you know where to get them from. Now let's go back to our second prompt. So I'm going to copy the last prompt and paste it in the description section here. Choose the aspect ratio to be 16:9. Now click on the generate button to generate your next images. So this is a 3D pizza image style that we want to generate to see how this one will also come out. Wow, this actually look like a 3D pizza image. When you compare that to the previous one, you can see this one is quite close to the Microsoft Designer. So we can use either the Microsoft Designer or the Leonardo AI to generate that. Now let's try the next AI generative tool, that's the ImageFX. Now click on the first link and sign in with your Google account. Here we're going to paste our prompt here. So let's go back to our Google Docs and copy the first prompt. Right click and copy, then right click inside the box and click on the paste and click on the create button and start generating your images. So these are the effects I added to this prompt: natural light, so real, realistic, and photograph. So now you can also tell the differences in the images that this AI tool has generated so far. Now let's try the next images. So we're going to try the next prompt, that's the anime. Let's delete the previous one and click and paste the next prompt. Now click on the create button to generate your next images. These are going to be anime images. Great. So you can also tell creating anime images here is not too bad. I like the environment and how detailed the images are. You can go ahead and click on the download button and download the images to your computer. Now let's copy the next realistic image prompt and then go back to ImageFX, delete the previous prompt and paste the current one, then click on the create button to create your images. So these are the images ImageFX provided. This looks so real. You can see how realistic these images are. So if you ask me or you want me to generate a realistic images, I'm going to choose one of these tools to use. The background looks so real. Now let's copy the next image prompt, that's the fourth one, on the 3D pizza style and paste it in the ImageFX to see the style of image it's going to give us. Now click on the create button to generate your next set of images. So these are the images ImageFX provided, the 3D pizza images. We can preview it and see. Now let's click on the download button and download these images to our computer. Now let's try the last one, the Piclumen AI. Click on the generate for free button. So let's go back to our Google Docs and copy the first prompt. Click on copy and go back to Piclumen AI and paste the prompt here. Select the model to Flax 1 and then select the number of images that you want. We are going to choose the 16:9 and select 2 images per time. Click on the generate button and generate your images. Wow, so these images also look so real. You can tell this actually gives you a realistic image, just like other AI tools that we have used so far. So we can go ahead and click on the download button and download these images to our computer. Now let's try the next prompt. Right click on it and click on the copy button and go back to Piclumen. We're going to paste the prompt here in the description section and then hit on the generate button to generate your images. One thing I like about this Piclumen AI is that it's very fast and it's unlimited. So far, I've not been limited. Maybe that's going to be in the future, but so far it's unlimited. Wow, I like how detailed these anime images are. So definitely you can use this to generate your images for your faceless YouTube videos. You can download these images to your computer. Just use the download button at the right or by it and download these images. Now let's go back to our Google Docs and copy the next prompt. Go back to Piclumen and paste the next prompt here. Now hit on the generate button and generate your next prompt. So let's see the outcome of this one too. Wow. By looking at the image quality, it's not too bad, but if you feel like enhancing these images, an upscale button at the right, but that is for the premium users. If you're on the paid plan, you can upscale the images, but since we are not on the paid plan, we can still manage these images and use them. It's not too bad. So let's go back to our Google Docs and copy the last prompt we have here and see what we are going to get for the 3D pizza image. So click on the copy and go back to Piclumen AI, paste a prompt here and click on the generate button to generate your images. So now this is the outcome of the 3D pizza images we requested on the Piclumen AI with the same prompt that we have used so far. You can tell the images are good. We can use it for any storytelling videos at all. Now let's go back to Adobe Firefly since we have enhanced the prompt and see whether we are going to get something different. So click on the generate button. We still didn't get anything close to what we have gotten so far with the rest of the tools. We still had the same style of images. These are the style of images that we had for the 3D pizza style. But you can see the image Microsoft Designer provided for us. This is perfect. We can use them. And then if you go to Leonardo AI, you can also tell how detailed the images are. Then let's check the one ImageFX provided. You can also tell how detailed the images are. And then finally with the Piclumen AI, you can also see the images are well detailed. But with all the 5 AI generative tools, you can tell each of these tools have its own unique style. So depending on the kind of image style you want, then you know the type of image tool to use or generative tool to use. These are realistic images we generated with the Firefly. Now let's check what Microsoft Designer also gave us. With the same prompt entered in Microsoft Designer, we had these images. Now let's check the ImageFX tool. So now you can also tell the images that ImageFX provided look so real. They are all high quality images. Now this is what the Piclumen AI also provided for us, and this one also looks real. Now let's check the next image. So this is the anime image Adobe Firefly provided for us. It's also looking fine. You can use this to generate your images. Check the anime Microsoft Designer also provided. For all the anime images, I can say they are all good. You can use them. Now let's go back to the ImageFX. Let's check ImageFX too. So you can also tell the anime ImageFX provided is not also bad. We can use these images for our storytelling videos. Now let's check the Piclumen AI too. This is the style of anime that it provided for us, and so far all the AI generative tool has provided unique style of anime that you can use to generate your images. And let's check the last one. These realistic images I created with Adobe Firefly didn't go too well. The image quality is quite poor, and some of the images also got distorted. You can tell yourself some of the faces couldn't even appear well. So I'm not going to use this to generate realistic images. Now let's check the Microsoft Designer. With the Microsoft Designer, you can also tell the images are not too bad. You can use it if there are no other options. You can use these ones to generate your realistic images. Now let's go back to Leonardo AI, and you can tell this is the master of all. You can tell these images are good, they are top notch, the quality is well detailed. So we can also check this on the ImageFX to compare the quality of the images. So let's go to ImageFX and then use the arrow to access the previous images. So you can also tell the images the ImageFX provided look so real. So if you are to create realistic images, you can either use the Leonardo or the ImageFX. For unlimited images, use the ImageFX or the Piclumen AI. These images look so real. This is the Piclumen AI images. So if I'm to generate realistic images, I'll either use Piclumen for unlimited images or ImageFX for unlimited images, and also use Leonardo AI to generate my realistic images. So what do you think about these image tools that we have discussed so far in this video? Which one are you going to give it a try, and which one are you already using? You can share your experience with us in the comment section. You can also watch the previous video we uploaded on this channel that will pop up after watching this video. Subscribe to this channel if you are new to this channel. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.